world of strength and conditioning, data collection has become the utmost of importance, and that's exactly where Gymaware separates itself from the competition. Because when we're sitting there and looking to collect data, what data are you actually collecting? And are the numbers you're looking at fitting into the exercises that you're utilizing? And even more so, are they going to answer the questions that you're looking for? Looking at different ways that you are moving the barbell through peak and mean, both velocity and power, is really what separates Gymaware from the competition. Being able to understand what your ballistic exercises are doing separate to what your strength exercises are doing really allows you to program at a much more specific level for your athletes. So hop on over to kinetic.com.au to see what Evan and his team have in store for you today. The world of strength and conditioning is filled with some fantastic practitioners that are always searching for more. But more what? What are strength and conditioning coaches searching for to better their ability to prepare their athletes? Well, what about cutting edge information, or a place where you can find different opinions from forward-thinking coaches on what you're doing, how you're doing, and try to get feedback to be better for your athletes? Or what about a place where you'll find like-minded coaches that can provide solid coaching advice and career development for you as you progress through your career as a strength and conditioning professional? Well, this is exactly why we built the Strength Coach Network. You'll have access to exclusive monthly content on top of the sensationally active forum that we have, where you can communicate with coaches all over the world to find those answers that you're looking for to help you be a better practitioner for your athletes. So make sure you hop on over to strengthcoachnetwork.com/CVASPS, that's strengthcoachnetwork.com/CVASPS, and get your 48-hour trial for only $1. I look forward to seeing you in the Strength Coach Network. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the 9th episode of Outside the Rack, brought to you by Kinetic Performance, the makers of Gymaware. In this show, we're going to try to dive a little deeper into the minds of some of the top practitioners in the world of sport performance to learn a little bit more about who they actually are and how they got where they are today. Today, we are joined by Sportland Training and Fitness's Sam Portland. Sam, thanks for being with us, brother.
No worries. Good to be back on Outside the Rack, mate. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, brother, I'm stoked for this too. But before we get rolling, man, who is Sam Portland?
Yeah, it's a good question. Probably something I asked myself a lot over the last year. Let's break it down pretty straight and forward. Sam Portland is not really an academic. He's a doer. I grew up building things and breaking things, including my body, building tree houses, and playing sport. So it was kind of, enjoying all those different things and getting to know myself that way has kind of like really lend itself to the profession I'm in. I think there was a bit of a calling, and blessed with a name that fits as well.
That it does, man. The initial and the last name rocking the business is pretty banging.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. It is good.
So listen, man, let's get right in here to number one. Let's talk a little bit here, if you wouldn't mind describing a learning situation that brought about an epiphany in your career.
Yeah, okay. So this is pretty cool. And like I said off air, it's a real timely fashion. So recently I've joked about it that I resigned from my first major job and then got let go from my second. So I've completed everything that you can do in professional sport. So there was a couple, and those are two really key moments, both learning and true learning curves that revealed more about me, and goes back to that first question and my character. I wouldn't go into too much detail, but I walked away from a top Premiership rugby club because things that were going on there did not agree with who I am as a person. And the more and more reflection and stuff that you go through, you realize as a coach, your value is nothing attached to the badge that you wear on your shirt, but it's how you are and what you do as a person that matters the most. And whether that's a difficult learning curve to do, which lends to my second major employment. I got let go because I was a consultant on the drop of a hat for some other reasons that can be talked about off air. However, at that point in time as well, it just confirmed the fact of the matter that when we are coaching, we care too much about what we are doing rather than who and how we are operating with. And that's huge for me, and opened my eyes up to a lot. And almost a year to the day was when I got let go from my previous club. And since then, and taking on that sort of philosophy and that role has exponentially transformed my career in such positive ways that I can't, be more thankful for other people's incompetence, really.
I love that, homie. And I know that you've been grinding so hard and really kicking butt in a lot of these things. And I know you're also a super inquisitive cat too. Like, we question things all the time, back and forth with each other.
Yeah.
But if Sam could ask one question and know that he would get the answer to that question, what would it be and why?
That's a really difficult one as well, because by the inquisitive nature of me, I will second guess every answer that will come to a question. And for me, what the question that I would probably really, really ask myself, and if I was to really truly know the answer, is it's difficult, because when you know the answer, it changes the way that you want to work for something, because we're always in the quest of finding the future and looking for the answers. And I don't believe in holding on to the past to create the future, because it's history, and history doesn't tell us a lot about the future. So for me, I'd be asking the question of myself. I'd be asking the question of, is Sam Portland putting the right things in place to become the man he wants to be?
I love that, homie. I love that. But let me get you out of here on this, brother. You're freaking kicking butt out there, doing all these projects, helping coaches be better.
Yeah.
Putting out awesome content, educating people all over Europe right now. But what's your escape, man? How do you rewind?
So it's quite. I'm like I like being out. I like being in nature. And right after I resigned from my first job, I ended up there's some key changes that happened in my life. I ended up climbing to Everest Base Camp, and I was away for 21 days. I did that for charity, but being in places like that, or fostering what that place has given me since then, and that sense of true escapism, because I think that's what people struggle to find, and especially coaches. It's like, bro, it's okay to finish your day and not think about it. It's all right not to send an email on the weekend. It's gonna be there when you come back. So I think and that's the quest that we need to get to as people, as coaches, to find that escapism. And for me, being out in the wilderness, like I've got my own little houseboat, and sit down there and just chill out, in quiet, in real quiet, and like working to get rid of the noise, and not just the external noise around you, but the internal noise, that internal dialogue. That's a huge part of where I am at the moment, and what I'm trying to do, and what I'm trying to escape. Also competing. I played semi-pro rugby for, this would be my 14th year, playing at a good standard. And when you're out there, all you can do is react, and all the bullshit goes away. So being able to recreate those scenarios and situations and feelings and internal sensations is a huge important thing.
Sam, I love it, brother. Truly appreciate everything you're doing. Truly
Thanks,
appreciate
man.
your time today, man. Keep kicking butt out there, and we'll be in touch real soon, homie.
Cool, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Cheers.